Up top and just that, my people. You know it's DUTCHdinero representing for DUTCHdinero Top Slide TV. Yeah, man, now what me I going to talk about today now, you know. Right? The JFF, the Jamaica Football Federation. Right? They are now negotiating deals for the 2022 World Cup. Right? So, for qualifying. Right? So they now negotiating the payment deal or the payment plan for the reggae boys. Right? What happened now? Word got out in the initial stages of the new negotiation that the reggae boys are asking for $7,000, which would be 7,000 US, a little over 1 million Jamaican per game. Right? From all over, people speculating and saying this and saying that and saying this and saying that about the ridiculous amount of money and how ridiculous it is. You understand? We all know that football is a very expensive game. The beautiful game, it is very expensive because even from the stages of preparing or practicing to play football at a tender age, it is costly, right? So we understand all of that. You understand? And if you check the Neymar, the Pogba, the the Jagba, the El Bappe, right? And the Ronaldo, the Cristiano Ronaldo, they can tell you it is expensive, and from their payments you can see that it's an expensive game, right? But what I am here saying now, right? The reggae boys doesn't make money or get rich through playing for their national team, which is Jamaica, right? So you would look for a big chunk of payday from the Jamaica Football Federation, because at the end of the day, representing your country helps a lot with your career. And be remembered that the World Cup is World Cup is the highest level of football in the world. You understand? Because when you go to a club, the high quality players, most of them are coming from the World Cup, and most of them are picked through the World Cup. Most of them get their bus through World Cup. They play World Cup and people see how good them is and take them to play football, or they come from a football institution, right? But you know the World Cup now is what help most baller from rags to riches, because you can play football for your country. World Cup time come, you get picked for your national team, and coaches from all over the world look at you, right? And sign you to play for their clubs. You understand? So World Cup is a major benefit to club football. You understand? So that is why the World Cup now is the highest level of game, because when you pass a ball in the World Cup, you're not passing it to you might not be passing it to another club footballer. You might passing it to just a regular talent in your country, right? So to go to the World Cup now and win the World Cup, with that, there is no reward higher. You know what I mean? But I am not here to bash the reggae boys. You know what I mean? But I am very disgusted at the idea that of them asking for 7,000 US, knowing that Jamaica's Football Federation cannot pay that amount of money and don't have that amount of money to pay. You know what I mean? And you have to think about the Jamaican people as well. Remember, it's the Jamaican people, you know, mainly who is paying for this, because the money that the federation earns from the JFF and through friendlies, it could amount to paying one footballer $1 million plus per game. You understand me? So what the JFF told them now, the JFF Tell them that, alright, I'm gonna give you $2,000 per game, and you're gonna get an extra 1,500 US if you win. You know what I mean? So they're gonna get 2,000 US per game plus a extra 1,500 US, 1,500 US if they win. You know what I mean? Plus other benefits, which to me is a nice sum of money. And the problem with this whole $7,000 thing, why you see so many people discuss at it, most of these local based footballers are not any footballers that are playing for clubs outside of Jamaica. They are not any international talents. You understand? So people very discuss at it, right? And wondering why asking for so much. Some people say it's a negotiation, right? So if you know that the thing value $5,000 and you want $5,000 for it, right? So you know, because you're going into a negotiation now, you want your $5,000. Why you gonna charge like $10,000? When somebody look at it and say, how much is the cost? Or how much is starting from right here? You're doubling the price. You don't have to double the price to get your $5,000. You can say, alright, here what happened now? $6,000, right? And the person say, well, I can't pay $6,000. You say, alright, the lowest I'm about to go, is 5,000. And the reason why I'm going to taking it to 5,000 is because this is of such quality, it will last such period of time, and it is the best it can be found any and anywhere, and not everybody have it to sell. You know what I mean? So you will state your points why you think this value 5,000 and no less than 5,000. But when you double the price now, you're being ridiculous. You know what I mean? You look like a cheat, like a thief. You know what I mean? So I don't know. When I listen to Kemar from the captain of the Reggae Boyz, right? The captain was basically joking and saying that it was a fluke. Like the JFF offered them a ridiculously low amount and they now go over the top. But I am saying, right? You know that you normally get paid $1,000 to $2,000 to play football, right? Why over the top now would take you at $7,000, right? That could be credible and good and honest negotiation. You know what I mean? You wouldn't negotiate like that. You understand? So I think the Reggae Boyz need some union and need some proper guidance as to negotiating, because remember, the Jamaican public is there looking at what is happening because their money spending, and the private sector in Jamaica is there looking at what is happening. You know what I mean? So when they hear these kind of ridiculous thing now, it pulls them away from the football, right? And that will only cause less sponsorship for even local leagues. You understand? Because somebody want to sponsor you in the local clubs, and when you reach the World Cup, you get picked. The sponsorship expand. You know what I mean? But with these ridiculous statements coming out of the JFF, they're playing around with negotiation, the footballers. What is that? You know what I mean? But I think what the president Michael Ricketts is offering is a good amount, a decent amount, a workable sum. You know what I mean? Because he's giving them now, he put $2,000 on the table, and if you win, you get an extra 1,500, right? And you get other benefits for winning as well, because Jamaica always have big surprises for the outstandings. You know what I mean? So I think it's a workable amount, which not all of the players sign as yet. right, signed the contract as yet. So I will give you an update on that when that is true. You know what I mean? But not all of the players signed the contract as yet. But I'm saying to give a local baseballer, even if you are an international footballer, you shouldn't want $7,000 to represent your country. And if you are a local base footballer, why would you want $1 million to go represent your country, which will put you on the big stage, the stage where a lot of other people, a lot of other coaches are gonna see you, a lot of other clubs gonna see you? Why would you want to charge 1 million plus to advertise your talent? Right? Are you afraid you're not talented enough? You know what I mean? So that's my question to these footballers. But we can discuss it in the comment section, and you can share your discuss or your amusement. Or if you're comfortable with it, you can state it as well. Up top and just that, it's DUTCHdinero representing for DUTCHdinero Top Slide TV.